So what we've done is we've cut a hole in our landscaping cloth. We've made sure we've made this ground all nice and, you know, dug up a little bit, stirred it around. We don't want to till it up too much because there's worms in there that have homes. But yeah, we go through, we make our trenches. I'm going to plant everything about 1/2 inch deep. That's about the right depth for the majority of everything that I'm planting, except for I'm not going to plant the oregano that deep or the basil because they're herbs and they tend to start a little shallower, like 1/4 inch. You barely cover oregano. Oregano almost needs the heat from the sun and the perfect amount of water and everything just to get started. But once it's started, it'll take off like a weed. So yeah, I'll take my oregano, which I'm going to start off with because it's so small I can't even hardly see it at the time. As you can see, they're tiny. That stuff that looks like dirt on my hands, those are oregano seeds. Barely going to cover these. I'm going to start these the closest to the plant because they're going to help ward off pests, stuff that wants to eat your plants and infest it. Barely even covering it, just dusting it with a little bit of dirt. They'll get washed down into the dirt even more when I water. You always want to fold up your oregano and stuff like that right after you remove it from the wrapper or use it, because otherwise you get home and you're like, oh wow, I've got like 50 seeds in the bottom of this container and I have no idea what they are. This is basil. It's another one that I want to plant close to the plant. This is going to go in 1/4 inch deep. And I'm going to plant probably about 1, 2, probably 2 of them, you know, spaced about 1 inch apart. You don't want to overuse your seeds for your spices or your cover plants because you're going to be using a lot of them. I mean, really, I don't even probably have enough to get through these plants. But I'm going to cover that guy with 1/4 inch dirt. There was actually 2 of them. Okay, some of those 2 are sowed. I'll come over here and I'll grab my garden beans. Those are the next ones that are going to crawl to the plant quick. I'll plant 1, 2. Plant those about, 1 inch deep. Don't be afraid. Beans, they'll always find the surface. They'll pretty much live through anything, except for too much sun. They're not really happy in too much sun. And they won't really make a lot of beans if you try to feed them a bunch of fertilizer. The garden beans. Now, I'm going to need a little bit more room for spinach, so that's what that trench is for. The further distance away from the... Jeez. Sometimes it's hard to get these open, eh?
Yeah.
I don't have fingernails. I suppose I could use a knife, but, you know, it's a little overkill. Spinach over on the end of the trench. Do 2 spinaches in a hole. I think that's about what you do. Yeah, they're container friendly too, so they can have 7 plants per container, which means that their roots, if you space them a little far apart, you can have 2 plants in a container, or you can have 2 spinach plants growing side by side. They're not going to end up like a broccoli either. which is obviously space saver, not space saver friendly.
They're huge. Getting huge.
Yeah.
Your video's gonna be shaky. I'm sorry. I'm just telling you now before you yell at me when you see
That's
it.
okay. Let's move to the next hole. For now, we're gonna start with doing every other one. Tomorrow we'll probably do the rest of them, but we want to make sure that we have enough herbs and stuff to go around.
Okay. I'll hold your phone really quick so I can move.
What happened?